Hello and welcome to day 33 of 108 Days of Initiation with me, Sarah Marie. Thank you for a great episode yesterday. That was really life-changing for me as well. And today we are dropping into a topic where I have built up some sort of anticipation within myself that is not benefiting me at all. So this is about the energy exchange, and this is the let's say it's the official launch of the Phoenix Rising February fire horse energy thing that we're doing. So this topic, let's see, why have I built up anticipation? Okay, let's connect. So I just pressed play. I had a great morning. I have been super productive. I've been waiting for an energy to arrive. And as you know, I've been in the silence for a week almost. I haven't shared so much about the silence, but I told you when I was emerging myself into the silence and being more with myself. So Simba is away for a week and there's almost no one here. And I really have and I don't have a lot in my schedule. So I have a lot of alone time where I can go deep into the body and see what happens. So I've been really deep diving. I've had a quite of a week, I had to say. It's been more pressure coming up than I anticipated. And I have been deep in some energy this past week and really moving a lot of energy and facing a lot of stuff. So it's been very good for me, but also very challenging. But today when I woke up, there was a new energy. So I felt the full moon was a big thing. I shared about that yesterday, that it brings up this old patterns. So I've been in old patterns. I've been in all these kind of things. But today I wake up and I can feel that I've been processing. I can feel it. And there's something new coming. So the Phoenix Rising launch is a very, very personal experience for me, if you haven't noticed that already. Just before this, so I'm structuring up all my offers and I'm making it available in different containers, because now we are launching the Phoenix Rising. And now the core of my teachings and the core of the spaces where I will be available is going to open. And this is where the energy exchange comes in. So the reason why I've been building up to this is because of the sales element within this free container. So I have no problem with selling. I have no problem with offering my services. I mean, I've been doing that for these past 9 years. And so it's not that, it's the way that, because I'm launching the Phoenix Rising, I'm launching myself, and the Phoenix Rising is all about doing it in full alignment with myself. So that is the friction that has been inside of me is how, not that I will, it's how. And what does it look like for me? I know what it's been looking like in my previous business, I know what it looks like for everyone else. But then when it comes down to Phoenix Rising, what is that going to look like? And that the element is that I'm presenting it live and that I'm presenting it with no script. And I just felt that it was difficult, that I wouldn't be able to put it into words, that I wouldn't feel comfortable, that because there was something about my alignment that I hadn't figured out yet. And then I realized also that I might be wildly guessing here, but it feels like, and with my experience so far, the women that works with me are either solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, leaders in different forms, or in the corporate, in leadership positions. So it's women who are, let's see, really benefiting from connecting with their bodies to do exceptional work. And also, as a woman, you will, through the Phoenix Rising, you connect with your body and you become a leader in your community, whether you like it or not, because your nervous system is going to ground other people. You're going to be a resource for people, because a grounded, safe, and it doesn't mean that we are grounded all the time and that we are just safe all the time and that we are just these living beings who are trauma informed and we never trigger anyone and all of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a body that is able to communicate, no, not able to communicate, because the body will communicate at all times to all the other bodies, like, this is my state, this is exactly where I am. And if we have this ability to regulate ourselves, and that we have this capacity, and that we have this ability to regulate ourselves, then other people will regulate just by being in close proximity with us. So when we are in a certain state, we activate other people. So I know that because of the work that I'm doing, I will have an effect on the people who comes into close proximity with me. And I've seen this in all my containers. I've seen this with the people I work with, and I notice it just when people come here and then when they leave and all of this. So, and this is how it works. And this is how I work with my coaches as well. The more access I have to them, the bigger shifts I have. So this container is 100% free container. The 108 days is my gift to the world. And as I mentioned a little bit in the previous sessions, I've been dabbling a little bit with how is this going to look? Is it going to be free forever? All of these things. So I've had this feeling of me wanting to give a lot. And this is where the energy exchange comes in. Because if the energy isn't balanced, then one of us are going to lose or become drained, or the motivation is going to disappear and all of that. So it has to be a balance. And I've been thinking about this balance, and I've been feeling that I want to share. I just keep giving, I just keep sharing more free stuff and more free masterclasses over the years, but and free energetic transmissions. And I've had some spaces where you could join me, and I've had some masterminds and some private mentorships and such. But I haven't been promoting my offers that much, and I haven't felt this alignment that I've known that it's like, where is the feeling that I know is possible? And now 11:11 on my clock. Wow. Now this is coming. So I feel it, and I think you feel it too in the 108 days, that, okay, something is moving here, something is shifting. So then I have to balance out the energies. And I've been holding back because I didn't know what type of containers I wanted to present. I didn't know what the structure of my work would look like. And I didn't know the balance within the energetic exchange that has to be in there for it to be sustainable. So it has to be sustainable for you, it has to be sustainable for me, and it has to be sustainable for us together. So I've been contemplating this a lot, and then as I go along, the offers is starting to take structure. I'm starting to realize, how do I want to work with people? So there's this, it's the coaching, it's the one-on-one proximity, it's the teachings, it's the courses, and all of this. I didn't know what this would look like. So I just had this energy constipation, creation constipation, as I've shared from the beginning of these 108 days. And you know that I just pressed play. I didn't know what this was going to become. I knew what I had done. I knew a little bit what I was doing. I knew the teachings. It started to take form, but the live transmissions is the form. So every episode unfolds. There's no structure. There's no plan. There's a structure, but there's no plan. So this episode is a calibration for me, because I'm speaking to these things, and as I knew that February had to come, so I'm trusting timing a lot, and I'm breaking this down in a very deep way here, because I know that a lot of the women that are watching are also entrepreneurs, and things that it's interesting for me to share how I navigate, how I operate, and how I integrate, and how I just create. So the 108 days will be the core of my teachings. And I am pretty certain that these will stay live on YouTube forever, that this is my gift to the world. So this is a gift from me. So I'm balancing the energy by emptying my tank first and foremost. So I start the Phoenix Rising official launch by giving. And as I shared, I didn't know how much I would give. I didn't know for how long I would give, but I am pretty sure that this will be a massive gift to the world, and it will stay open, and it will stay. So this is a free thing that will exist on the internet, maybe until the end of time. That matters how, it depends on how long YouTube is going to stay available. So this is a process that people can start to join at any time. So welcome to this day. And I'm so happy you're with me on day 33. So I'm giving, so then it needs to be an energy exchange. So then I need to receive something. So the receiving is what I will speak to, and I suspect that this is the reason why it's been somewhat a little bit difficult to get this in alignment, but I realize it's more about timing and myself, and that it's inevitable. But the receiving, and I think that you are with me here, that the receiving is a part that a lot of women has a difficulty with. I'm not saying that you have a difficulty with it. I'm saying a lot of women has and that is my experience for myself as well, and for others that I work with, that, okay, how do I actually activate my receiving? So speaking to this concept is going to activate something in me, and it's going to shift something in my experience. And it's also the gateway for you to work closer with me, and to go deeper into the teachings, and to get access to me. So I'm opening up space for access, because this is a one-way transmission. And then I invite you to share things in the Telegram group for me to respond to. So that is I keep on giving in there. So now it's time for the energy exchange. So I'm going to launch a couple of spaces where you are invited to come work with me. And these spaces will stay open during this whole year, but I will have a launch celebration option during February. So there's many different ways that we can even out this energy exchange. So I'm openly and willingly sharing this for free. So I'm not expecting anything in return from anyone unless they feel like they want to give me something in return. So there's no pressure on anyone who's watching that they have to do anything. That's not what I'm saying. Because if I don't give freely, and if I have an expectation, then I most likely will be very disappointed. Because usually our expectations, I mean, that's just setting ourselves up for disappointment to have a lot of expectations. So my nature is not that I have an expectation for something to be given in return. What I'm doing is that I'm opening the energy for an energy balance. So I'm going to walk you through the ways that you can either support me or work with me, or we can balance the energy. So the first level of participation is just watching. And if you feel like this is very beneficial for you, but you have no urge to interact or leave any footprints, then you can just be very happy, implement the teachings in your life, create a body that is able to support others and to support yourself. And just by knowing that you are taking this and it makes you feel better, that is the main key to this, because I want to share the wisdom and to share the things that I'm really happy about, that I've been able to change for myself. So the main thing is that other women do the same. And if you would like, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like the video. If you feel like, if you're watching this and like, this is really good, then press a little like on the little thumb. Also, it would be super beneficial if you would like, you can comment on the YouTube video and just saying, hey, this is great, or you can ask a question, or just share what you think is good. That will support me a lot for my channel, for my visibility, for sharing others. So if you feel like this is very beneficial for you, it would be super helpful to subscribe, like the video, and comment on the video. There's also a lot of people who don't feel comfortable doing that. Then you can just send me a little best wishes. You can just, instead of, if you feel like, I don't want to like and subscribe, I don't want to be associated with anything on the internet, I don't want my little thumbs to be there, I totally respect that. But then you can just send me and my people well wishes, love, and just send it out. Because whatever you send out to the universe will be received. So if you do that, I am super happy. So that is the low-key ways that you can interact and support me. Then there is the Telegram group where you can join and give your feedback, give your comments, give your participation. That is livening up the space. That is also very, very beneficial. That is very helpful. And I'm super happy when you do that, because it helps me to co-create this experience. And then we move into the different ways where you can work with me. So the main the main thing that I will launch is the mastermind. So that will be the home of Phoenix Rising, and it will be a living space that I co-create with the women who are inside of the mastermind. So the mastermind will be the main offer, the main space with me, and it will be like a full circle journey, because it will contain a lot of, so the Phoenix Rising it's the teachings that's going to be mainly here on 108 days. Then it's the practices, it's the 7 pillars, it's the coaching, and what else is in there? Yeah, it's the one-on-one coaching. So the mastermind is going to include all of these things. So the mastermind will be the home of all my resources. All the courses that I have created and will create will be in the mastermind. So anyone who has access to the mastermind, it's a 4-month mastermind. So you sign up and you join for 4 months, and then you can join more months if you would like, but it's initially minimal a 4-month journey. And during these 4 months, you will have access to all the courses that I'm creating. And I have a bunch of masterclasses, and especially my first masterclass, Heaven in Human Form. And then I have a course called Playing with Creation. That is also the key. I got a comment here, so I got distracted. I have to look. I'm very excited to be here and go deeper into my body and hopefully work with you in one of the containers. Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you so much. And you comment straight away. I love this so much. I get all happy, and it's just so exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so happy if you want to join me in my container. That would be amazing. So now I lost my train of thought because I got so excited. So let me just find my composure a little bit. This is so exciting. I got to drink some of my best tea here. So where was I? Yes, Playing with Creation. And also, so then the sensational course is coming. So basically, it's also, so these, as you know now in the 108 days, you know that this is also, it's like I'm showcasing and documenting my own becoming, and it's not perfect and it's a bit messy, and you can just imagine how it was in September when I thought I was launching the whole thing, and I started to launch the first masterclass, and it's so intense for me. I was even like, am I even gonna, this is not good enough. Am I really even gonna show this to people? And then I'm going, yes, I am, because it's the becoming. That's the first time I'm launching this modality, and it's such an emotional experience, because back then I was deeper into the challenge than I am now. So it's so raw, it's so vulnerable. It takes everything that I have to launch these things, because I've been pushed back so deeply into my self-doubt, my self-criticism, it's like I was going through a challenge that made me question everything that I am. And I was pretty confident before that happened. So I got a real, life really gave me a uppercut, and it is the biggest initiation of my life, and I am honoring myself so deeply that I've been through this. That is why I'm actually putting them up as a part of the curriculum, to show how vulnerable I am, because it is okay to, when we're launching something new, when we're doing something new, when we are expanding on that soul raw, deep transformational level, we are still worthy. We are still excellent at what we do. That has nothing to do with it. It's just how we do it, what energy are we coming from, and allowing ourselves to become and to try. It's like telling a child that, yeah, if you're going to learn to ride the bicycle, you better ace it on attempt 1, otherwise you're a bad child. I mean, who says that? No one. Well, people probably do, and that's awful, but you get what I'm saying. And why would I be like that to myself? So I included in the resources, I included my first masterclass. I mean, that's a free masterclass, so it doesn't have any value of that sort, but it has a value of the becoming. And then the playing with creation is the first. So the first masterclass is where the first time I'm doing the 7 pillars. And then the playing with creation course is an in-depth, the first time I'm going deeper into and exploring the different pillars. So you will start to learn, and you will start to see how I'm doing it, and also see how I'm working with myself over time, because becoming is a compound effect. It's not you do one thing and then heaven opens up. It's things change gradually as you compound in change in every layer of your being. And that it doesn't matter if it's a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's money, it doesn't matter if it's a career, it doesn't matter if it's health, it doesn't matter if you want to have a toned body. It's repetition over time, where you keep investing in the same thing over and over and over. And when I realized that, I saw the value of my first stuff. And because this is one of the core themes of Phoenix Rising, I want to showcase that. Wow, I put a lot of effort in this explaining these courses, but I feel like this is important. So that's why I'm going to talk about it. So the resources. So the library, this will be the home. So over time, I will compound a library inside the Phoenix Rising Mastermind. So for now, it's the first masterclass, it's the first course, and it's the upcoming sensational course, the sensational body. And as I've said, I use the 7 pillars, and I use them over and over and over and over again. You can put in any topic, any situation, anything you can put through the 7 centers, and you will learn something about what you put through. The sensational body is where we go deeper, and we start to access the Kundalini, the life force, and the sexual energy. That's why that one is going to be a little bit different. And then after the sensational, so I'm going to take everyone as deep as we can muster, or that we can do in this course, because we can't do everything in all the courses. So we do one, and then there will be another one that goes deeper, and then another one so I will go deeper and deeper into the trainings through different courses. And all courses will then end up in the mastermind. So you can join the course separate, or you can join the mastermind and get access to all the courses that has been recorded, and the ones that are coming within your active membership. That's the resources. Also, during the membership, the mastermind membership, you get access to the wellspring. So the wellspring is the abundance of sessions and practices that are purely somatic. So there is no teachings involved. There is only practices to regulate the nervous system, to move the pressure in the fascia, um, to move the energy, the stagnant energy, and to move the things that we have unprocessed. That is what we do in the wellspring. So the wellspring is a joint practice with me and Simba. So Simba is hosting 4 sessions a month now. 4 sessions a month in the wellspring, and I host 4 sessions in the wellspring per month. So you will get access to 8 sessions per month during your membership. So this is where you get access to the energy that moves the body. And this is the core foundation of the transformative work. If we only say that we want change, some things will change, but it's not until we really shift it on a cellular level in the nervous system, in the tissues, in the somatic body, in the belief systems, in the fascia, in the lymphatic system. All of this energy needs to move, and that's what we're doing in the wellspring. So the wellspring was called something else before. I don't even remember. So we've been doing this for a long time, and people have had incredible changes just by joining our somatic practices. And that is phenomenal. So you're not only getting the resources in the library with the teachings and the practices of the pillars, you're also getting the resources from the wellspring. On top of that, we will have 3 monthly calls where you have access to me. So there will be a small group. I will open up 8 spaces initially for this first round to see the capacity. If we feel like there's room for more, and if people want to join, I might open up for more, but it's not going to be a huge space. I will then, if there is a waiting list, I will either open up another separate space, or we will add people in as people drop out of the mastermind. So it's only 8 spaces. On top of that, there's a Telegram group to connect in between. So there is a full spectrum container for the women who really want to move through anything in life, to change, to upgrade, to hold capacity, to hold pressure, to become something, to explore something, to deepen the body connection on a deep level. So this is where we will meet, because the principles of Phoenix Rising, it doesn't matter if you're here to build your business, if you're here to deepen the relationship with yourself, with your relationship or work, or it doesn't really matter, because this is where we meet in truth, in knowing, in expression, in abundance, in power, in creation, in sovereignty, no matter what is happening through life. So here is where you will be able to get the teachings, the practicing, and the mirroring from me. And I would say that this is probably the deepest level of support, where you are seen and that you are mirrored. Because it's very easy for me to see what is happening, where is the energy stuck, where is the principles not added, where is the lacking body connection. It's super easy for me to guide you. And then when you look and listen to other women's situation and the community that we create, it's going to be extraordinary, and it's going to be so much fun. So the Phoenix Rising Mastermind will be the home of my teachings. That is the home. It opens up in end of February. The Telegram space will open up on February 17, of course, where the fire horse enters. So if you are interested in anything that I do, if you're interested in evolving as a human, evolving into your potential, evolving as a woman, evolving in your body, evolving in your connection, and you want to be able to hold the fire of transformation, and you want to be able to hold the capacity that is needed for this fire horse year, which is going to be extraordinarily transformative. And I'm doing this the same as you. So I'm not going to sit here and like, oh, watch you live your life through the year of the fire horse. I'm riding the fire horse. That is my primary focus. And let's do it together. And I'll share how I do it, and I will share everything I know. So that's the mastermind. The mastermind price is $333 per month. It's 4 months, so it's 333 times 4. You can either have a monthly subscription for 4 months, or you can pay in full. So if you pay in full, it's a smaller amount than if you pay them separately. During February, you can join for the mastermind for 222 instead of 333. The prices for the mastermind will rise as we go along. But right now, it's a very cheap price, and it's feels extremely fun. So 8 spots, 222 per month, or 888 for 4 months. And then we have the sensational body. That one you can join separately if you want. There's no cap of how many people can join the sensational. The sensational price is 444, and I think it's 222 now if you only want to join the course. Otherwise, it's included in the mastermind. So the sensational course is where we will be going through the 7 pillars, but we will going much deeper, and we will start to really connect the feminine aspects and go deeper into that, because we want to. So this is what activates the Kundalini, the reproduction energy, and the life force energy. And we're going to go deep into the base of the spine, and we're going to open up the hips and the pelvis and the stomach area. So we're going to work a lot on that. So that's going to be very intimate and deep. So Phoenix Rising is depth. That is the core of my speciality, because I'm not afraid of the depth of the human being. I'm not afraid of the depth of myself, and I'm not afraid of the depth of you and what is in there. I'm not afraid of the human shadow, as long as the person I'm working with is able to contain their findings. So that is more or less the only qualification that I have for people to work with me, is that they want to explore the depth, and that they can hold themselves and not start to blame, judge, or attack anyone else if they find strong emotions. So that's basically the only issue working with people, that when we access the places that are hurt, if we don't know how to contain that, we might start to project it on other people, and we start with transference, and we bring that into the space, and that is the only thing that I'm not allowing into the spaces. But that's usually not a problem, so don't be afraid of that. I'm just speaking to it so that you know. And with the sensational course, we're going deeper into the spaces and open up the body. It doesn't mean you're going to get triggered. That's not what I'm saying. So don't get alarmed. I'm just being very open and transparent here. So the depth of the being, that's in the sensational course, and the sensational is included in the mastermind. Do I want to say anything else about the sensational? No, it's deeply intimate, and it's going to be a quiet space. We're going to go into the depths of the being and explore and have conversations, and we're going to open up and we're going to share and really do this journey together. I'm also opening up spaces for one-on-one work. So I have one-on-one sessions that you can book in my calendar. And in February, I am reducing the price from $333 per session to $111 per session. So it's a third of the price in February. So during February, you can just book any open slot in my calendar for $111, and we go deep into anything that you want. You have my eyes and ears and my complete attention on you and whatever you have going on. So you can go into questions, you can go into your specific personal situation, if there's any teachings that you want to learn anything more about, if you want clarity on something, if you're walking through fire, if you anything that you want, anything that you feel that I can help you with, I am open for support. So during February, there is a highly discounted ability to work with me in very close proximity. What else? Yeah, that's it. That is the way that we can balance out the energies. So you can support me, or you can work with me, or you can also one of the reasons why I really wanted this session to be on point is because I am building my offers and the way that I work through really going deep into my energetic setup, because we are all different. That's why it doesn't work. The same thing doesn't work for everyone. That's just not it. We're humans. We have the same main setup, but we have energetic differences. Differences. Is that the name? Differences. Anyway, we're different. So one of the aspects that I'm looking into is my human design, and I'm a 2-4 sacral generator. So the 2 line is the hermit. That's the person who doesn't want to, just wants to be alone. And it's also called the easy breezy genius, which feels strange to say about yourself, but that's how they talk about it. And that's the part of me that wants to be alone so I can create in privacy. I need to be completely undisturbed to fully blossom in my genius. And that means that it's very easy for me to be immersed in silence and in creation. So I'm this where things are just flying, and there's just multi-dimensional creation everywhere, and this crazy, what do you call it, the madman, the crazy genius. That's me. And then the 4 line is the exact opposite, which is the community builder. And this has been they are completely opposite. So it's a paradox. Being a 2-4 is a complete paradox, which has confused the hell out of me my whole life until I realized that this is how I operate, which helped me so much. So now I am immersing myself in the hermit, and then I am also allowing myself to be very expressive and very comfortable in community situations. So what I'm realizing is that my hermit is on my personal plane, and then my community is on my online. So here is where I create this community. And the community is also where I co-create. So I co-create with you guys. So one of the things that I don't want to, it's a sales part. There's something about selling that is like pushy, that is overwhelming, there's some sort of tension in there. But for a 4 line, that is where, if I go into my hermit, then my community can support me. So I have a community that wants me to go into my hermit, because I go into my hermit and then I go to the 108 days and share freely. And in return, the people who are watching this, who really thinks this is ace, they will recommend it to other people. So the way that my energy lines usually are doing these types of things is by referral. So because I am super generous and I spend my time and I devote myself to share the teachings, and this is the teachings in 108 days that I thought was going to be in the course. I thought I was going to have a pile of, high level courses that was just going to be so much value. Instead, I'm doing this for free, long form, long term. 108 days. I mean, that's people in the industry are starting to look at me like, that's really different, Sarah. You basically, you're just giving everything away for free. And I was like, yes, that feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so right. And then in exchange, please recommend me, because that is how I will balance this out. Because if I keep on giving freely, there has to be a return for me, because otherwise this will be 108 days and then it will stop. And it's not going to be it needs to be a balance. So because I pour everything into this, if you feel like this is beneficial, please recommend me, because I'm not going to go ads. I'm going to share on social media and stuff, but I don't want to be pushy salesy. That's just not my style. So I need to, how do you say, rely on the fact that this will live by itself, that me sending out so much energy that the people who think that this is good will recommend it to someone else. Or if you meet someone that wow, I heard that and that is match, please invite them, because that is the way that this is going to work. It's word of mouth, women supporting women, and it becomes a movement when we help each other. And that is the core of Phoenix Rising. I want everything to be transparent. I want it to be open. I want these teachings to be free for people, because there might be women that don't have the ability to work with me, even if they wanted to. But through watching all of these videos, women are going to have extraordinary transformations. Extraordinary, because I'm already noticing the changes that are happening in the group, and I know what changes are happening for myself. So I know that this is so valuable, because I spent 9 years finding this out, and it's truly life-changing. It's the absolute game changer. So please invite women who might benefit from this. And yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, share, support. If you want to donate, but you don't want to work with me, we can figure that out too. Just let me know. So there is an energy exchange, and me not being afraid of speaking to this is a part of it. So this is also an invitation for you to look at, where are your energies balanced? So after the seventh pillar, the sovereignty practices, then we will move into another phase of this process, and I will eventually go deeper into the multidimensional detox, and that's where we will look at also different principles, but it needs to be balanced. The whole holistic multidimensional detox is about balance, and the energy exchange between you and people, and this is where money is involved, but it's also energy, effort, resources. It has to be balanced. So this is your invitation to look at where am I. That's why I wanted to describe this in detail, because there is somewhere you might not be energetically balanced with your environment. And being able to have this conversation and standing up for yourself and balancing out the energies is huge. So I really want you to take a look at where am I at? Are you overgiving somewhere? Because when we are overgiving and we're not receiving, there's a resentment that builds up, and resentment is causing all kinds of problems in the body. We will probably dive deeper into the different emotions as well, because I have 108 days. And I'm actually not worried at all that we're going to run out of topics, because this is what I need. I needed 108 days because that was how constipated I was with the teachings and the knowledge and the things that I know that can shift your life. So this feels so good for me to give. It really does. I have zero. It just feels so good that this is going to live on the internet, that anyone can join this process. That feels really good. But it felt imbalanced. And now when I'm opening up the spaces and I'm opening up for comments, for likes, for subscriptions, for people stepping into my close proximity masterminds, I also have an idea that I will create small pods of masterminds, maybe on different topics. We'll see. We'll see how this evolves. So I start like this. Not feeling so constipated anymore. Very happy. I got so much done today, you have no clue. And I'm really feeling that this launch is happening, and it feels so good. It's not that I am expecting something. It just needs to be balanced. It needs to be a full confirmation and trust in the 108 days that I give, and then opening up so that there is balance, so that people can step in. So 8 spaces in the mastermind. 1 is already taken, so seven spaces left for this price, and then we see where it takes us. And that's going to be so cool. So cool to join in on the women who has been following this and step into conversations. Can you imagine what levels of conversations we can have after with women who's watching this, that we are watching the same thing and we're doing the same practices and we're doing the same things? It's going to be extraordinary. And the memberships and the masterminds that I've held in the past has been absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited about this. I'm really, 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 really excited about this. So I think that's it for me today. My words are emptying. So it's 12 and I've done everything that I had on my list today. How about that? And tomorrow Simba comes back and it's the end of the silence. So I hope you've had a good day and that you are looking into the energy exchange, and give me your feedback and your comments in the Telegram group if you would like. And yeah, that's it for today. Now I became completely wiped like this. All right, Hiru, now I'm rambling. It feels like there's something else I should say, but I don't know what it is. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much also for the Sunday check-ins. I really love it. And I will be dropping in with some comments on it today. And that's it. It's 55:45. So if in 10 seconds, it's 55:55. So I'm going to end on 55:55. So have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Sending you so much love. Bye.